was a scrumptious delight that took the world by storm. It was an obscure gem of a game nestled deeply in the treasure chest of the orange box. To the surprise of many, the game stood out among AAA titles such as Team Fortress 2 and Half-Life 2. Almost as if our brains were hacked, the vicious AI GlaDOS quickly grew on us all, proclaiming that the cake is a lie and chilling us to the bone with her exclaims that she's still alive. Nearly 4 years later, Portal 2 offers us a helping of delicious cake. But is the cake still alive? Hello!
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time.
Portal 2 takes what made Portal appealing and quadruples it. The scale of Portal 2 has been significantly given an overhaul. The original game pretty much kept players locked in a series of test chambers. In Portal 2, there are tons of areas that the player will see. The most prominent difference is how wide open each area is. You almost wonder how Aperture Science changed so much. The difference in story from the first game to the second is astronomical. GlaDOS is back to torment our souls once more. However, it isn't so simple this time as just defeating her. With a little help from our pal Wheatley, the story takes on significant twists and turns. It's the dialogue that keeps us wanting to play Portal 2. I've never had so much fun being chastised by anyone.
This plate must not be calibrated to someone of your generousness. I'll add a few zeros to the maximum weight. You look great, by the way. Very healthy.
GlaDOS is in rare form and delivers her quips with a glacial wit. You'll feel the sting of her sarcasm constantly and appreciate her voice through each puzzle.
I went and spoke with the door mainframe. Let's just say he won't be, well, living anymore.
When combined with Wheatley, who is voiced by Stephen Merchant, a paranoid robot who's stuck on a rail and steadily keeps your character moving in a comedic way.
Can you see the portal gun? Also, are you alive?
You'll also run into messages from the founder of Aperture Science, Cave Johnson.
If you've cut yourself at all in the course of these tests, you might have noticed that your blood is pure gasoline. That's normal. We've been shooting you with an invisible laser that's supposed to turn blood into gasoline, so all that means is it's working.
Voiced by J.K. Simmons, his 1960s personality is the perfect middle ground to GlaDOS and Wheatley. If you haven't noticed by now, sound plays a big part in what makes Portal 2 amazing. The voices are crystal clear and immersive, and the music is specifically on point. It dates back to the older days of video gaming, when you had to listen to loop music that's stuck in your head. This feeling makes a triumphant return in Portal 2, due to you being stuck on puzzles so often. When the action rises, some high-octane compositions will play to get your adrenaline rushing. Portal 2 improves greatly on its own formula. The first game was simple enough to get through. There are very few areas that were difficult. In Portal 2, you will walk into a room and freeze in your tracks. An expansive area will lie before you with beams and cubes and turrets blocking your path. Each area opens up some new mind-bending puzzle, and the new additions like catapults, light bridges, and propulsion gels become unforgettable features. This is expanded on even further when you play cooperative mode. Each player is dependent on the others to make choices that will affect how they get through the game. The dynamic changes extremely when there are 4 portals in play. Your skills from single player will come in handy here, as you'll need total knowledge of how things work before attempting co-op. You and your partner will have to experiment and discuss how to accomplish your goals. When Valve says that this area of the game is best played with a friend, they were not joking. It may not be as epic in storytelling as the single player, but if a game ever knew the meaning of teamwork, it's Portal 2.
Well, you know the old formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while, so I guess it's actually pretty funny when you do the math.
I'm going to be honest, there isn't much to hate about Portal 2. Anything I can come up with will seem as if I'm nitpicking. The only issues I encountered were constant loading screens after each chamber. Even in the smaller areas at the start of the game, each time a player goes to the next portion, it will fade to black. And some of the more heart-pumping moments, it actually can ruin the immersion.
Oh, brilliant! You did find a portal gun! Do you know what? It just goes to show, people with brain damage are the real heroes in the end, aren't they, at the end of the day?
Portal 2 blazes a trail for puzzle games everywhere. To play a game that lets you use your brain while housing a well-told comedic story is just amazing. At first, I thought a lot of reviewers were caught up on the hype wagon. I felt like I was going into Portal 2 ready for disappointment. What I received was a game that was completely engaging, and I didn't have to kill a single person to do it. It's clear to me that Portal 2 deserves an A+ for accomplishing this goal. I hope Valve reconsiders its position and makes another single-player game, as the cake is definitely not a lie.
I'll be still alive.